This place has everything.
Part convenience store, part gas station, and part fast food restaurant, here are the top 10 untold truths of Buc-ee's. The origins of Buc-ee's name.
Allow me to introduce myself.
What's in a name? Well, quite a bit. Most of the famous shops, restaurants, and popular establishments are all instantly recognized by their names. The fast food giants like McDonald's and Burger King all have instant name recognition. The same can be said with the superstores like Walmart and Costco. Even more interesting than these iconic names are their origins. Glancing at a name like McDonald's, it's easy enough to figure out where the fast food megachain got its name. In case you didn't know, it's the last name of the McDonald brothers who opened up the original restaurant. However, with some franchises, this isn't always an easy task to figure out. Buc-ee's is one such store where the origin of its name isn't instantly apparent. When founder Arch Applin III first decided to open up what would eventually become Buc-ee's back in 1982, he, of course, needed a name. Applin combined his childhood nickname, Beaver, and the name of his Labrador Retriever, Buc. The combination of names seems to have worked, as the name stuck, and Buc-ee's has become a well-known brand name within the Lone Star State ever since.
Oh, that's why they call it that.
Some say the name of a product or company can mean the difference between success and failure. Obviously, Applin got it right with the very first try. The largest convenience store in the world.
That thing is huge.
If you've ever been to Texas, chances are you've come across a Buc-ee's outlet or two along your travels. Take one step into a Buc-ee's, and you'll instantly notice that the store is big. Like, really big. But if you happen to travel to New Braunfels, Texas, you'll be able to feast your eyes on a rather unique Buc-ee's. And to say that it's large would be an understatement. Just off Interstate 35, the New Braunfels Buc-ee's is the largest convenience store in the world. Opening back in 2012, the location comes in at a mammoth 68,000 square feet.
No, that's too big.
In fact, the New Braunfels location is so large, it holds a world record for largest convenience store on the planet. From its massive row of gas pumps, sprawling coffee and prepared food areas, to the seemingly endless aisles filled with Buc-ee's snacks and goods, the gigantic convenience store is definitely a sight to behold. This location will soon be losing its status, however, as a Tennessee Buc-ee's is currently in the works and will soon take the title of largest convenience store. The Sevierville, Tennessee store is planning to open its doors in the summer of 2023 and will offer the same selection of Buc-ee's products to eager Tennessee patrons. So perhaps the old saying that everything is bigger in Texas will have to be revised.
It says everything's bigger in Texas.
Buc-ee's is expanding its brand.
If we're ever going to earn paper money, we have to expand our operation.
While everything may be bigger in Texas, occasionally some things get so big that even the Lone Star State can't keep them locked away. Buc-ee's just happens to be one of those Texas-born chains that is simply too big for Texas alone. The convenience store franchise has already managed to spread its wings outside of Texas, with 40 different locations in other states. Florida, Alabama, and Georgia are all proud hosts of the large convenience store, and Buc-ee's is planning to continue to further its reach.
And I will rule the world!
Various southeastern locations like Kentucky, Tennessee, South Carolina, and Mississippi are all scheduled to open outlets in late 2022 and 2023. But the convenience store chain isn't stopping with the southern states. In fact, Buc-ee's is also planning on heading north, opening a location within the Rocky State of Colorado. The Johnstown location will be opening its doors for the first time sometime in 2024 and will be located southwest of Interstate 25. This event has not only excited the people of Johnstown, but the mayor of Colorado City called the opening of the convenience store a reward for the hard work the town has put into growth. This particular Colorado Buc-ee's will also be competing with the upcoming Sevierville, Tennessee location for the title of largest Buc-ee's location, coming in at 74,000 square feet. Really, so much for everything being bigger in Texas. Semi-trucks are not allowed.
No, I'm afraid I canceled my subscription to Truckers Weekly.
With the sheer size of a convenience store chain like Buc-ee's, you'd think that they would cater to absolutely everybody, especially truckers. After all, with their long trips, busy schedules, and the need to make frequent pit stops for gas and meals, truckers seem to be an ideal customer for a chain like Buc-ee's. Unfortunately, for truckers who happen to find themselves approaching a Buc-ee's, they will quickly find out that 18-wheelers are banned from the chain.
Let us in, please.
You two are not welcome.
Despite the atmosphere and the size of the famous convenience store, Buc-ee's is not a truck stop and is not set up to handle the refueling of big rigs in any way. In fact, the only semis that are permitted to enter a Buc-ee's are the delivery trucks that frequently visit to resupply the locations. For any trucker who may not be fully aware of Buc-ee's no big rig policy, each location comes complete with large signs that let you know in bold text, no 18-wheelers, just in case there was any doubt. For those truckers wishing to enter and enjoy that all Buc-ee's has to offer, you may want to park your truck across the street and walk over to the giant convenience store. Hopefully the walk from the truck to the Buc-ee's isn't a Texas-sized walk. The employees are well compensated.
I like this job.
Punching in and doing your 9 to 5 is something that we're all well accustomed to. No matter where you happen to live, the work week can be grinding. Hopefully, however, the endless grind and long hours are all worth it when you cash in your paycheck. Well, unfortunately, not everyone is satisfied with their compensation. Many out there in the workforce may even find themselves having to hold down multiple jobs just to make ends meet. Combined with a rising cost of living, the motivation to give it your all while at your job simply isn't there for some. This is an issue that workers at Buc-ee's never run into. The convenience store chain makes sure that their employees are well paid. The pay structure differs within varying tiers such as entry-level and managerial roles, but the convenience store strives to pay their employees a decent wage.
Oh yeah, I'm very lucky.
The company even displays signs that advertise what a Buc-ee's employee earns, leaving nothing to the imagination and making sure that full disclosure is the name of the game regarding workers' pay. On top of the high salaries, Buc-ee's also provides their employees with a benefits package, as well as a company-wide paid vacation. Buc-ee's even offers the option to use either your 3 weeks of paid time off, cash it in, or let it roll over for an extended vacation next time. For Buc-ee's employees, planning an extra long trip over the summer couldn't be easier. Buc-ee's boasts the world's largest car wash.
Alpha Car Wash?
Hopping in your car and taking a relaxing drive along a country road can be a cleansing experience. But after one of those long drives, you can sometimes end up with a pretty nasty-looking car. One of the most satisfying things to do after finishing a long road trip is to drive your mud-covered, dusty vehicle through a car wash. Pulling out of that car wash to see the sun bounce off of the showroom shine is enough to bring a smile to anyone's face. But if you happen to be in dire need of a wash and you pull up to a Buc-ee's, you're in for a car wash experience to the likes of which you've never seen before. The Buc-ee's location in Katy, Texas boasts a Texas-sized car wash. Stretching 255 feet long, the massive car wash holds the Guinness World Record for longest car wash in the world.
That's too long.
The sprawling car wash almost looks like something you might find in an amusement park, and given the length of the wash, perhaps some may feel like they're on an amusement park ride. Drivers will find themselves exiting the car wash at around the 5-minute mark, which may seem long, but the experience makes it well worth the extra time. This massive car wash also came with a massive price tag, as it cost $30 million to build. So it seems that not only is everything bigger in Texas, but in the case of Buc-ee's car wash, everything is longer as well. Buc-ee's famous Beaver Nuggets.
Unfortunately, the Beaver is also our god. In retrospect, it was a poor choice.
Many famous chains across the country have their own signature products, something that's not only unique to the chain, but also makes you think of the company when you purchase it. Walmart has its George clothing line, and 7-Eleven has its iconic Big Gulp. When it comes to the mega fast food chains, classic signature items like the McDonald's Happy Meal and Wendy's Frosty are instantly recognizable. Buc-ee's is no different in the signature items department, as the convenience store chain offers up a tasty store exclusive called Beaver Nuggets. What is a beaver nugget? Well, first off, don't worry, it's not made from beavers.
Suspicious. Very suspicious.
This sweet snack is a fluffy, crunchy corn nugget coated with brown sugar and caramel for good measure. Think of mixing popcorn and cotton candy, and the beaver nugget is what you end up with. The Buc-ee's signature snack is not only one of the chain's best sellers, but is said to be impossible to stop at just one bag. So it's best to develop a Texas-sized appetite before buying the tasty snack. The best part about the delicious corn treat is that if you happen to be one of the unfortunate folks without a Buc-ee's location close by, you can have it shipped to your home. Beaver Nuggets are also available in a variety of flavors, such as white cheddar and cinnamon. Buc-ee's bathrooms are the cleanest in America.
Step onto your throne, my king.
If there's one thing for certain, it's this. Everyone has to use the bathroom at some point. Luckily, if you happen to be on a long road trip, most gas stations and even some convenience stores all have bathrooms for when nature calls, and you just can't hold it any longer. Unfortunately, the condition of those bathrooms can look like something out of a horror movie. Entering a gas station bathroom can often leave a person wanting to test the limits of their bladder and quickly exit the facility. However, Buc-ee's convenience stores are the exception to this common problem. Buc-ee's boasts the most pristine bathrooms of any convenience store or gas station around.
You're comparing heaven to a gas station washroom. Nice.
In fact, the bathrooms are so clean, they've actually won awards. As to be expected, the bathrooms are also very spacious, with plenty of stalls and stall space within the sparkling clean facilities. Going beyond cleanliness and size, the Buc-ee's bathrooms are also among the most high-tech. Buc-ee's bathrooms come complete with a technology called tush lights, which is a light that rests just outside a stall door, indicating whether a stall is empty or not. The Buc-ee's bathrooms are so revered that a select group of patrons who frequent the convenience store chain regularly have tried to replicate the design of the bathroom in their own homes. With thoughts of nightmare-inducing bathrooms laying in wait all over the country, Buc-ee's has made sure that upon entering their restrooms, you'll be worry-free. Never has answering nature's call been such a pleasant experience. Cheap gas.
Well, come on, in this economy.
For motorists, the rising price of gas is always on the forefront when you're filling up. If you happen to find yourself behind the wheel of a Tesla, then you're likely not too concerned. But for most, the standard gas guzzler is the only option. Luckily, the pumps over at Buc-ee's are serving up some of the cheapest gas in the country. In fact, the convenience store chain's gas is so cheap, it's caused a price war with other rival gas stations. Buc-ee's consistently cheap gas has caused competitors to match the inexpensive prices offered by the convenience store chain.
They're suing Buc-ee's, saying that they're illegally selling gas for less than what Alabama state law allows.
The secret to Buc-ee's cheap gas is the lack of reliance on revenue from gas sales. With the convenience store chain offering so much more at their locations, Buc-ee's can lower their gas prices without having to worry about any financial setbacks. If there's one thing that's more enticing than delicious snacks, a wide variety of choices and pristine bathrooms, it's cheap gas. Plenty of snacks.
I would also accept snacktacular.
There isn't a man, woman, or child out there that hasn't been attacked by the snacking bug. Whenever the snacking bug comes calling, the average convenience store can offer up a fair bit of variety. But some chains take it to another level. Chains like Buc-ee's, for example. When it comes to snacks, you'll be hard-pressed to find a wider selection when walking up and down the aisles of a Buc-ee's. With the sprawling shelves all loaded with the standard snacking fare, Buc-ee's also offers up specialty items. Buc-ee's beef jerky and brisket is not only highly popular, the pair of savory meats are also offered in both barbecue and breakfast taco varieties. And if Texas knows anything, it's brisket and barbecue.
Love that barbecue.
Along with chips and sodas, Buc-ee's also has an entire section devoted to icy machines. The massive number of machines and numerous flavor options is enough to wet the whistle of anyone who fancies a frosty treat on a sweltering day. So if you're ever in a bind when it comes to snacks, a trip over to your local Buc-ee's will surely solve all of your snack-related problems.
Oh, this place is great.
We're open 24/7. Just tap or click for another great video, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell. And hey, leave us a comment.